Hi, everybody. We are live at the Paste Studio in New York right now with the Harlem Gospel Travelers. Guys, thank you for being here, man. This is great.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, dude. Soundcheck has sounded absolutely outstanding, and we cannot wait to share what you guys do with the internet right now. We're going to hear 3 songs off of He's on Time. He's on Time is out right now on Coal Mine Records. And what's coming up first today?
So this first song is Am I Doing Enough? This was the first single off the He's on Time album. In fact, I wrote this at 3 o'clock in the morning.
2, 3, 4, 1.
Am I praying enough? Am I fasting enough? Am I loving enough? Am I trusting enough? Is there work to be done that I have not done? Am I doing enough to make it in? Am I working enough? Am I serving enough? Am I fasting enough? Am I praising enough? Are you pleased with my praise that I give to you every day? Am I doing enough to make it in? On that great judgment morn, tell me what my God say? Will He say we're done? That's my question of today. Oh, when I see His face, will He say, "Come on in, my friend"? Am I doing enough? Praising enough? Working enough? Oh, loving enough? Doing enough? Praising enough to make it in? Oh, am I loving enough? Working enough? Praising enough? Oh, serving enough? Doing enough to make it in? Oh.
Yeah. Man, you guys all sound so good together. Thank you for doing this. This is really an extra special one. And thank you for the vinyl is right here. I own a copy of it. My wife and I have been listening to it a lot recently. It sounds outstanding. I mean, this is just a wonderful piece of artwork. Everything about it I like a lot. Can you tell us the story about how this group came to be, how it all came together?
So we were all staying at this foundation in Harlem, and we were working there, and we were also students. And Eli came on the staff wanting to build a men's quartet to preserve the sound of the gospel quartet group. So we all got together and we started working with him, and it started with like 7, went down to 6, went down to 5. Then Jesus worked and we got 4, and then we made the album.
Nice. Well, dude, there is magic here. Thanks for bringing it here. Can you talk a little bit also about some of the influences that you guys all came together over? I mean, was there like a shared musical vocabulary over Sam Cooke, over any of the sort of influences that are apparent right on the surface? Or I mean, who were some of the artists that were really important to all of you guys?
Well, for me, in terms of like the music that we write and the things that I've written for the group, I'm kind of inspired by the Temptations and Rance Allen and all of those old school quartet groups or men groups back in the day to bring that sound in. He's on Time is actually inspired by a Temptation song. And then for me as a vocalist, it's like Brandy in terms of chromatics and different things. And then, growing up in church, you learn all the basic church boy riffs and growls and such.
These guys all came up singing in church. So for me, kind of as the teacher of sorts, it wasn't necessarily about teaching them anything, but more about kind of showing them what they already knew how to do. And especially some of the stuff that I came up with, the quartet music, like the Sensational Nightingales or the Dixie Hummingbirds or the Swanee Quintet, all that vocabulary was already ingrained. It was just more of being like, okay, this is how you put that together. These are, the kind of things that you should do here in these situations. And then I kind of just let them run with it. It was less, like I said, it was less teaching and more just being like, okay, go do your own thing, have the freedom, just kind of do it in this one specific framework. And that was that.
Well, dude, this is something really special. We're very happy to use this platform to amplify your voices and to share it with the internet. So thank you for coming and doing it. And we're hearing more music. We're going to do 2 more off of He's on Time, which if you're just joining us, it's out right now on Coal Mine Records. There's 2 more songs. What's coming up next?
So the next song is If You Can't Make It Through a Storm. This song is personal to me because I never met my grandfather on my mother's side. But when I discovered the song, I remember my mom was like, how do you know that song? And I was like, oh, I just found it on Facebook. And she's like, that's the only song that your grandfather would ever sing. And my grandfather was an extreme introvert, so he didn't do a lot of talking and especially not singing in church. So the fact that he sang this song, and I've never met him, it's just my connection to him. And then it's just spiritual to me. So this is If You Can't Make It Through a Storm.
When Thomas started singing this song, I knew that we had to do an arrangement of it. He just kind of started singing it in class, and I just picked up the guitar and put some chords behind it, and it kind of was magic from the beginning, and I knew it had to be on the album. So.
If you can't make it through a storm, if you can't make it through a storm, how can you say that God's the captain of your life if you can't make it through a storm? If you can't fall down on your knees, if you can't fall down on your knees, how can you say that pray don't change? That pray don't change a thing if you can't fall down on your knees. If you can't make it fall down on your knees. Oh, if you can't make it, if you can't make it through your storm, if you can't make it through, if you can't make
Man, that sounds great. Thank you, guys. So I want to talk about the record more, and I'm going to pick it up again because it's just a satisfying piece of artwork to hold. It's awesome. I'm glad that I own it, so thanks again for this. The record sounds, I mean, sonically, it sounds like it came from 1968, maybe. I mean, it's just so the thing that just grabbed me immediately. The drums on "He's on Time." As soon as that comes in, it's like, oh my God, what am I listening to? What happened here? What did happen here? How is this? How did this come to be sonically, production wise? Like, what sort of magic were you guys up to in the studio to make this happen?
I was producing it. I think that there's a lot of records that are out today that kind of like are really purposefully kind of distorting and like going. And I didn't want to do that. We were more just kind of trying to capture what the songs kind of ought to sound like, and letting the production not really get in the way. We recorded it at my friend Lauren Humphrey's Stockholm Syndrome sound in Bushwick, which is really just his apartment. And he has an 8-track tape machine, and 1 track is broken. So there are seven tracks on this record. And that's really kind of what it came down to. Is like, we had 1 track of drums, and we wanted the drums to sound, good. So it's like kind of just turn the preamp up until they sounded the right way, and then hit record. That was sort of and kind of stayed out of the way a little bit. I mean, that was sort of my general approach. I would rather make those choices as a producer and commit to them ahead of time, rather than trying to go back in Pro Tools or whatever and reamp the drums to make them more distorted or whatever, to try to capture that sound by tweaking it in the box. I feel that it just doesn't, it's never going to work. You're never going to get the same thing. It's just like hit the drums a little bit harder, push the mics a little bit harder, and then you'll get there. And these guys, they sing the way that they do, and it was the same kind of situation. It was just put the mics up and let it roll, see what happens. And that's how we got it, and we recorded the whole album in 4 days, basically. Yeah.
Nice. Well, I mean, that's what we do here. We put up the mics. Bob places them where they need to be, listens to you guys. We do it hopefully you guys feel at home recording in this sort of an environment, because
this is kind of like when we recorded the album. I think a lot of what allowed us like capture the sound is the environment that we recorded in, because it wasn't like a modern feeling. It really did feel very rural, and it felt like that time that you would record quartet music. So I think that inspired us also in the sound, and it also gave us a free space. Like, we didn't feel confined to sound modern, or we felt like we could sound like ourselves, and we weren't allowed to be perfectionists. We just sang, and whatever came out, and
yeah,
hopefully it came out well, and it did.
Yeah, well, dude, you've got 4 days. You cannot second guess anything. It's just, that's make the right decision the first time, hopefully. And you have, man. I love it. I absolutely love this album. And we're going to hear more from it. We're going to hear a third song right now. Can you tell us what's coming up third and last today?
Well, this song is the title track of the song, called "He's on Time." So I'm George singing "He's on Time."
You guys want to introduce yourselves real quick? I wanted to do that real quick.
My name is George Mirage. I'm from Staten Island, and I'm 23 years old.
I'm Dennis Bailey. I'm from Houston, but I live in Astoria right now.
I'm Thomas Gatling. I am 19, and I live on Long Island.
Hello, my name is Asher Bethune. I am 23, and I'm from the Bronx.
All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah. Call him in the morning, call him in the evening, he's on time. He's on time. If you need a friend or a helping hand, he's on time. He's on time. Call him in the morning, call him in the evening, he's on time. He's on time. If you need a friend or a helping hand, he's on time. Now listen here, you just get down on your knees and pray the Lord to help you, please. And he'll come right in a hurry. Call him when you want him, call him when you need him, he's on time. He's on time. In the midnight hour, feel his holy power, he's on time. He's on time. Yeah. Oh, whenever you need him, call him up and tell him anything you want. Cause he's always on time. He's on time. He's on time. He's on time. He's on time. Call him in the morning, call him in the evening. He's on time. Oh, call him in the morning, call him in the evening. He's on time. If you need a friend or a helping hand, he's on time. If you need a friend or a helping hand, he's on time. He's on time. He's on time. He's on
Oh man, guys, thank you so much for coming and doing this. This is something really special. Thank you for sharing the music with us today. He's on Time is the record, and there is let's see, the internet wants to know, do you guys play around? And you will indeed in New York City. You've got the residency coming up in Rockwood.
That's
Rockwood, right?
Harlem Gospel Travelers Tuesday night residency every Tuesday in March at Rockwood Music Hall, Rockwood 2, starting on March 10th. So the 10th, 17th, 24th, and 31st. Please get your tickets. It's gonna be. We're announcing it now. Actually, this is the announcement. So hopefully Rockwood is okay with it.
Yo,
9
come
p.m.
out.
at Rockwood on
Come
Tuesdays.
out, because we turn up.
We're turning up.
We turn up.
And there's also, I think we can talk about this publicly. There's new music coming out at the spring-ish of this year. I was about to say next year.
Let me tell you something. If you thought the album was something, we're always moving forward. These new singles, when I say they slizzap, like
They're really good.
they're like the album, but like on steroids. Be ready.
And we
Just
did
be ready.
the backgrounds of what, a half an hour?
Yes, we did. We cut 3 new songs. Again in Bushwick at a different spot called Hive Mind, and it's going to be two on a 45 on Coal Mine that are going to come out on Record Store Day, which is in the middle of April. I don't know exactly the date, but look out for that. And more new music and more new shows coming from the Harlem Gospel Travelers. Follow us on Instagram at Harlem Gospel Travelers. I think that's the only social media situation that is happening right now. But check it out.
Because we come and we're snatching wigs and taking names.
Guys, thank you, man. This has been outstanding. Come visit us really anytime. I'll be there at least one of those Rockwood Music Hall residency nights. So thank you again for coming and playing, man. This is great.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.